Okay, we are live. Let me start out with this video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I know I do. All right, jump in when you're ready. The link is down below in the comments. Welcome. Mm. Mhm. Pay close attention, guys, also to where these you know, county buildings are, and where local railroad tracks and waterways, where they are all similarly located across the whole realm, which is very, very nicely pointed out by Michelle Gibson and lots of other people. But I guess I'll be one of those people pointing it out today. Hmm. Hmm. And also, if you can see my mouse here, so all of this upper crown molding and stuff like that, it looks as if some people will call it railings. Um, but you'll notice that it's very evenly spaced as it goes across the tops of these buildings. These are resonators. These nodes, these are resonators. So the buildings were never meant for living in, I don't think. I think they were just, sorry, excuse me. I'll let this play while I'll take this call. Hey, Dad, I'm on a live stream, but go ahead. Like I told you, it doesn't have to be that one. It can be any tera with any terabyte um hard drive, an external hard drive. That's all I'm looking for. No, that you can get a lot cheaper, a lot smaller. You know, just go get just get them sure, make sure they're going through the back. Anyway, I need it today that way because they're coming in tomorrow to clear out. Yeah, I mean, don't put it on yourself because you don't get as much as all these other people do. I would leave it in their hands and make them everywhere. Yeah. Okay, I'm on a live stream, so I can't answer the phone. Okay, okay, all right, yeah, love you. Bye. So, Brian, I see you here. I just wanted to come over to the chat right quick to make sure I'm not missing anyone or ignoring anyone. If it seemed that way, sorry about that. I was chowing on some food while letting this play, and I had to take a call from my dad. But hey, man, it's very good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Today's going to be kind of just like me getting back at my normal schedule here. Hey, Jeeps. And what a coincidence, right? I did say that I'd be getting back at it really soon, and yesterday to today, it's really soon. So yeah, welcome, both of y'all. I don't know if y'all are enjoying this talk here that you're listening to about the architecture, but it was just kind of an opening video. Um, if you guys agree with, the old architecture was something very special that was obviously taken offline or taken from us, the knowledge anyway of how to reproduce these buildings. Um, I'm right there. I'm with you guys, and there was either a lot taken out of them so that it didn't connect with the next square grid, which were the next central node would have been like what they call a courthouse, or something like that, and then everything else kind of splayed out from that, which made it very beautiful aesthetically. But what they did as far as creating this stuff was just genius. I mean, it's something that I'm coming more and more comfortable with saying, hey, I kind of figure out how these things work and what the what one of the purposes were, at least. Um, I think it definitely, when they say that we are powerful beings, I think another use, a dual use, or even quad use of these architectural buildings were to replenish and to um, maintain um, the more energy we allowed ourselves as human beings to access and put out to others, or just to you know I think these were instruments for us, these are architectural buildings. So um, I definitely don't know y'all's full thoughts on that, but like I say, anytime I'm going to let the rest of this video play, but anytime in between, um, you guys can put comments, or if you want to jump on, let me know after the video is over. But it's hard for me to see back and forth on the way I have this set up with. I have the entire screen, over here. So anyway, yeah, thanks for being here again, and I'm going to allow this video to play. Unless you guys have any questions before I go back over there and play it, just let me know. And don't be shy, man. But yeah, man, thank y'all again for being here. I'm gonna play the rest of the video, and this is a good one. So if you kind of enjoy this kind of stuff, pay close attention. You'll really get a little bit more than what is normally just repeated. I guess you could say it like that. All right, here we go. Round and round on the merry-go-round. Bam. Yeah. To channel and store energy. Um, Also, if you guys are familiar with the architecture, remember how on the floor it was also a way of transfer, and I think not only transfer energy to and fro, I think it was to internally transmute certain types of energy into us and through us. So we were, when we stood in certain spots on those floors under certain major energy um, uh, overhead uh, methods as well, I think we were at that point the medium, the middleman that took in telluric currents and also solar wind kind of harness energy through this architecture. And I think our bodies are definitely strong enough, um, centimeter per square centimeter, I guess you could say. Um, and when you do it mathematically, it seems to be that we can handle or store a lot of energy per, whatever volumetric measurement you want to use. But I'll let you get back to it here. We're almost done. I think also we could teleport, and I'll get more into that here. Mhm. I would say it would not be the construction, process. It would be the deconstruction process, what we got lots of pictures of. And just to give a little teaser out there of my mind, we are living inside of a very, very, very large machine. All right, here we go. I said it. Awesome. 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 All right. I'm going to leave that at that for a little while. We might dig into that subject later about the clocks. But, but, let me just jump back over. Whoa, don't go back to there. Oh, yeah, I got to go right here and close that. Ow, ow. Okay, so with that, I had to get G-aided. Um, where are we at? There we are. Ah, okay. Um, Mr. Jeremy Bird. Hello, sir. The bird, bird is a word. Left Kong Shaolin. Bust somebody in the head with some Jeepers Creepers moves, right? Welcome, sir. Sorry, I got a little excited there. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know what? I don't know how to get all this off of here without making too much of a ruckus with probably messing up something, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, how did y'all like that video? I may have threw something out there that's kind of surprised everyone with when I said I think it was possible that we a lot of these uh I would say with the telluric currents and the layout of the floors and a lot of these old buildings with certain stone. I do think when you stood in certain places, and it was symmetrical, with the energy and everything that we could swing as far as like energy and transport to a whole different location that would have the same energy output. And I say that because I know it sounds a little outlandish, but I say that because even today, technology, we have what is called the trillion sensor network. And yes, it does map your what's called focal melography. And what that does is it maps every single position in your body of the molecular makeup. So if we have that now, like, you know, I think it would have been pretty easy for the old school guys. I'll just call them the old school guys because they're old school and it probably were guys. Anyway, all right. So I'm back at it, man. I'm acting a little rusty, you could call it. My name is Russell, so the short version of Russell is Rusty. So it just makes sense, right? But here's what I got in store for today. I am just gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna break out. I'm just gonna break it all out because over the last year, all the shit that I've researched and bulleting it down from all the research to like 20-page research papers, right? And and yes, to help, I did have help, right? I demanded AI do what the fuck I told it to do, and it did it. Um, with a lot of this organizational skills and papers, right? So um, I just want to pull this out because you know what? The other night I was on a certain person's show, and I just would just offhandedly told them some stuff that I had been researching and looked into as far as like Artemis and the technology they were using with Orion and all the hustle and bustle about over the years. They're promising that Orion capsule was going to be the way we went through the asteroid belts and we got through it successfully, right? And everyone kind of I guess forgot about that shit and no one really looked into what they had been studying and the stuff that you know they had uh, they had came up with and put down on paper and for people to look at and stuff. Well, I was just looking at you know how all of this happened overnight basically and why no one was talking about the science behind what happened and what we saw go up in the sky and yada yada yada, right? So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, when I went to point some of this stuff out, and it was just like, hey guys, these astronauts were really in that shuttle that you watched go up into the sky, and here's what they're using scientifically, what's been used for years, called organ on a chip, organoids, organelles, and why, if you see all this information coming back about biologics and you know personal information from their bodies, their breathing regimen, their heart rate, all that. When you see all that coming back, it's just going to be some technology they've been using, and here's the info on it, right? And I got called out for being full of shit, basically. So it didn't really feel good, uh, especially coming from someone that now has a decent following, right? If you're gonna if you're gonna make fun of people because they're telling you the truth and real research and trying to tell you, hey, I can put it out right now. I can give this to your audience and let them look at it, right? He didn't like that too much, right? And I felt like I was, you know, I wasn't welcome anymore. And it's happened more than once on this dude's channel. When I start making sense of things, yeah, it seems as if to me now it being like the 10th time Yeah, now maybe blown out of proportion. Maybe it's the sixth, but I've definitely been told that yeah, I should go see a doctor. Oh, it's time for my meds. Yeah, stupid shit like that from coming from a person that it seems like now with his following and he's got responsibilities to the people. You should probably put a little more effort into just talking about death, destruction, and war, and just making a joke out of it all the time, bro. All the time. I'm not gonna say your name because you know I'd be bringing too much attention to you, and I would rather you apologize and be like, "Hey, Russell, could you let my audience look at some of this information that you've been researching for quite a while?" And how do you come up with this? Like, where do you go? Like, can we look at some of these papers? Are they peer reviewed? Like, do they have a backing? Do people actually believe this stuff that's, not just NASA stuff, right? Um, I think I would feel a little better. Like, I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. But I mean, it would make me feel a little bit better that some of the stuff that I know is true and that has a lot of backing and a lot of science, a lot of history to it. That if I could get this in the right hands of the right people, you know, um, maybe I could get as many followers as him. I don't know. Maybe I should act fucking fool and talk stupid all the time and act like a retard and jump on people and tell them what they are and what they're not. Like I should probably do that, and I may get some more followers. Maybe I should do that on a regular. What do you guys think? Like, should I put a jackass on my face and like you know I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop yammering. Yeah, man. If anyone would like to jump on, man, and talk about anything, what I'm going to do though, for real, I'm going to drop this stuff. Let me drop another. Let me open up this right here. Or I don't even have to do that. I don't even have to do that. I've already got it over here in my. There we go. So, when I was talking about the military and what they're capable of doing through these right here organoid sensing, and they've been doing it for years, right? In high altitude platforms. And of course, right here, mechanisms for sensory manipulation, what they can do, right? Through deep analysis with the military, Internet of Bio things, right? Inside of you, and the photonic perspective. So, this is just one of my research papers. If anyone has questions out there that may have seen me on, a couple people's shows lately, and that have kind of brought up these things, and anybody from their communities, if you do have deep questions and you would like to know about some of these things, please come and ask. I would love to go over a lot of these things like in depth, actually. Um, if you look at every time you're going to have a very important point being made here. Okay, digital twin platforms, that kind of stuff, advanced biosensing, including brain on a chip systems and organoids with engineered sensory capabilities. Engineered, guys. These things have to be studied and came up with over a long period of time. Okay. So at the end of each one, you will have a link. Click on that. Okay. And this will take you to a very uh, you know, um, important, let's just say, research thing that has to do with what we're speaking about. Um, yeah. So, pain sensors, uh, how digital biomarkers are reshaping the most subjective vital signs. Now, I was speaking on this guy's show specifically about digital biomarkers. And that's what's being fed back in real time from these high altitude platforms. What we think, or what most people thought, there was something that was launched way up in the sky, and then after it got so high, the the boosters kicked off. Like we've seen that several times, and we've seen it at nighttime, right? Where you can see it exciting the ether, right? The waters above. Dad, please don't talk so loud. Okay. So basically, the reason for me saying that is because once those boosters are kicked off and you see them fall away, and then you got something that's super high up in low Earth orbit, right? That's where you're going to have what they call Artemis 2 going around the moon, right, and coming back and all that bullshit. All they're going to do is give you a circular path that's traceable through high altitude GPS. Okay. And people are going to watch it and go, oh, look, there's Artemis too. Oh, God, it's going around. Yeah, it's just going in a circle, bro, above your head. That's all it's doing. It's not the Earth moving around. It's not none of that. And whatever real time feedback you're getting, okay, that's called organoids and organelles, organ on a chip, brain on a chip. It's the four people that supposedly went up there. Well, they didn't go up there. It's just their DNA, right? That's been being grown on these organoid and organelles, organ on a chip, brain on a chip, whatever you want to call them. There's real DNA from these people, tissue cells that have been grown, and it tells you all about it in my research. Okay, that that what they were, right, and how long it took. That's all on my phone. I'm on my laptop right now, but I can get that off my phone at any time if anyone asks. I need people to start being interested in reality of this real life, real time technology that is so sophisticated, right? I mean, very sophisticated. And this is how they're going to fool people. And people are going to try to convince you and me to know better. They're going to try to be like, look, man, they're sending back this is their heart rates. This is their, this is their telemetry, from their bodies, man. Dude, can't you see it's real? It's real time. Yeah, dude, it's real time, but it's not them. It's not real people up there. Okay. They know how to do that now. Anyway, okay, so I know y'all hear my family in the background, so I didn't expect everyone to kind of be here and be as active as they are. So, um, I'm gonna jump back on later. All right, let me come back to the chat and just to kind of, come back over and if anyone had questions. Okay, Jeeps, Brian, Jeremy, Lev, do you guys kind of see where I'm going with this and what I'm putting out there? As far as yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about, whose show I've been on lately, and they tried to put me under the bus. It just don't work like that because I've I've done years of research on this stuff. So I don't think anybody on that panel has done research because they didn't have any kind of good argument to, it didn't make any sense to me that they were just trying to tell me I was wrong basically, and there was no way to do that other than they ain't nobody went up there, ain't nobody, yeah, man. Yes, sir, Brian. You know it, man. I got little skinny arms, but hey, bro, they're flexing for sure. And I'm about to show everybody. I've been keeping my research, hidden in a way because um I'm just gonna run through some. I'm just gonna show y'all guys like just because I want you to see. I love you guys. You guys are my regulars, and I appreciate it. So check this out. Let me go back over here yet to my library. Yes, let me go to my research. Hey guys, I gotta say a couple of things right quick, but I'm just going to run through this right quick. Go ahead. Oh, what I'm needing. Oh, okay. Let me just scroll through this. Who is this on the phone? Walmart. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Can you yeah. Yes, ma'am. So I need a terabyte drive that's, an external drive. that it can be very small, very little. It can be I mean, I could even do like a 8 terabyte probably, but I just need something that is just gonna snap right into my laptop, and I can take everything off because I have to have it like clean. It's got a kind of a virus on Google and all that, so I've just got to get a lot of my software and stuff. Volume or something. You said the one I'm seeing online? Yeah, which one are you seeing online? I don't know. I can't concentrate. Okay. You don't so you don't know what you have physically in the store? I have fake brands. I have one. So yeah, so Toshiba. Yeah. Right. And it doesn't matter what brand it is. I just need it very short term. I just need to pull everything off my laptop. They're going to take it, clean it, redo it, refactory, reset it, and then they're going to bring it back. And I'm going to take what I put on the hard drive right back onto the computer. Um, so, I mean, it's nothing important. I just need anything that's very high terabyte, like a 8 to 16 terabyte. Yeah. Let me go see what I can have. I can screenshot it and then I can say what it actually got. Okay, and it can be like thumb drive size. It can be very small. It doesn't have to be right. Yes. Right. Right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Let me scroll down a little bit more so y'all can see everything else. So all this stuff here is my work. Okay. Nobody else's work. And it all has to do with the topics that we always speak of, right? And yeah, each one of these, like I say, have been narrowed down from at least 80 to 100 pages of research. And then I just, yeah, and I narrowed down to 20 pages, man. If any one of y'all ever want any of my work, I would be happy to just give it to you for free. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort that I've put into this. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna have haters that do nothing but talk about death and destruction, right? And every time someone else has something to say that is enlightening or something that may help an audience understand things better, that especially nowadays with today's technology and what their real capabilities are and what's out there in the public domain, like, and no one else is talking about, like, I would love to shut haters up like that. Okay. But yeah, not to be rude, I'm just saying, there's a limit that you should try to educate yourself before you talk about other people's work being stupid and dumb and pointless, right? I think that sounds like somebody that's being paid to do nothing but dog others out. That's what it sounds like to me. And I'll leave it at that. Um, yeah, keep my fucking guns up, man. Middle fingers to all the haters out there that don't like me because I sound like a smartass. Guess what? I'm pretty fucking smart. But anyway. And yeah, combination without advice. Exactly, G. Exactly. And yeah, the organoid info. Yeah, thank you. This is it's a big study, it really is. Supposedly organoids and organelles are outperforming the best supercomputers. So that just tells me that human tissue has a lot to give. Well, I wouldn't say towards technology, but it does really. It just I hate to see them using human stuff like that. But they've done a lot of studies in high altitude platforms that a lot of people are like, well, what is microgravity? Well, I would say it's a point where you start to, where it's provably where you can see a difference in your weight, you know, and when you get really high up in the atmosphere, it starts working like that.
Okay, so
Yeah. All right.
the MD, which is the blue, which is a 2 terabyte, and
I need the external hard drive. Yes, yes. Same thing happening when you brought up plasma physics. Yeah, they don't want to hear it, and I think it's fundamental in understanding the structure of your body. Yes, very much so. Very much so. What's Dad? You're making a lot of noise with the keys. What's up? Is it your phone? Yeah. I'm listening. I'm doing both. I'm doing both.
so this
No idea what that is.
where
No.
these Sandy.
Yes, ma'am. But I'm only looking for an external. I'm pulling everything off my computer, off the internal drive to an external drive, but it needs to be
So you
portable.
need an internal.
Yes, ma'am, and it needs to be portable. Not a big box.
Well, this is
Don't mind. Okay.
She said they had this one in stock up there. It's $85.
And that's an external drive. $85 for a 2 terabyte. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's I know the
That's
one he's talking about.
Jesus. What? Why so much? What? Microgravity. Yes, it does. It does. Jeeps and it happens right there in the very, very center. That's my understanding. Um, and it's almost, a lot of people call that a white hole, where it pulls things from the metaphysical and gathers them together like in a ball shape, as long as it's toroid available, it'll start spinning at high rates right there. And once it starts clumping things together from the metaphysical into the physical, yeah, that's where, yep, the very central layer. Yeah, you know your shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever makes.
Has a
Thank you, Jay.
portable.
External portable. Okay. Give me a little more information about the size of
It just says the on 500 gigabyte ultra fast state drive. It's one of
Oh
our
yeah,
best.
yeah. I like the solid state. Yeah.
So I have those in stock.
And could you tell me the biggest size you have? Price you have?
That's the only one I carry. $53.
And it's 500 gigabyte.
It's that brand, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if it's a solid state drive, I prefer that because it's much much faster and they process, hardly any heat at all.
Let's see. This is the go through each one of them so I can see if they're in my store. Okay, so this one is in my store. Great. It's a one touch SSD, 1 terabyte, and it's the external SSD portable.
Okay.
Silver speed to 100,030 megabytes per second with an Android app.
Nice.
That one's $89. Well, it's $99 at the store, $89 online.
Okay, and how much in store? You said 99?
Yeah, it's $99 in store, online for $89.
Okay.
That's a 1 terabyte for that one.
Okay.
Comes in a 1 or 2 terabyte for that one.
And it's 99 for a 2 terabyte, or is it more?
That one was a 1. It comes in a 2 terabyte, but you can get it 1 terabyte for $89.
And you have
terabyte if you wanted that one.
You have
it says out of
2
stock.
terabyte. Shit. Do you have any one of those at all in store?
What, the $89 one?
Well, the solid state 1 terabyte.
That one, let me check and make sure I have that one. It says I do, but I can't see actually have it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Tickets over there. I'll just,
Okay, nice. Yeah, I keep hearing you.
You still want me to go eat?
Well, okay. I'll have to just text you when I'm off the phone because I'm doing these two things. Okay, keep the call. Keep the call. Okay, love you. Because you're heading home anyway, right? Okay, I'll just text you when I'm off the phone. All right, love you. All right, sorry guys, here we go. Yeah, I'm having to. So I don't know what happened with every time I crank up my computer now, it's like just bogs down and it's hard. Oh, you do.
see one per two is about 300, 1,030 megabytes.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
$5.
Okay, awesome. Let me catch my dad before he goes out the door here. And so what's your name? Should he ask for you personally?
I can leave.
On the in the electronics, right? I guess is that where you're mentioning?
I'm sorry?
Is that where you're mentioning you'll leave it in electronics? Is that,
Yeah, I'm in electronics. I'll just put it on the counter so I don't.
oh, I got you. Yeah.
That's what I got.
Kelly, can you catch my dad and tell him that she's got it and that she's gonna leave it behind the. Her name's Sonia.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, cool. So he's gonna be on his way. His name's Ron.
Is that who?
Ron or Owen.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, and you have a good day. All right, bye bye. All right, back at it once again. All right, Mr. Super Sidewinder in the house. Pitching curveball straight down the middle or aimed at your head. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Man, I've been trying to get this situated. Now I got it situated. I am lucky enough to get a solid state drive to take a lot of this info off my computer, and it's very fast. Yes, what up, broski? Right, that's the way I just hear you saying that, broski. Yeah. Um, J.R. Hartley, I need to get you a wrench, brother. I just need to go through YouTube to do it instead of StreamYard. And I just haven't been on here in a while live streaming. So thank y'all for your support and being here. So Mr. Super Sidewinder, I have been pointing out the haters that have been getting under my damn skin for the latest. And so I just had to poke the bear a little bit, pokey, you know. And I don't even have to say name because I'm better than that. Damn it. Um, but I say that with a lot of heaviness on my shoulders because I just won a bunch of motherfuckers with my floppy arms. Right, I'm gonna start flailing like a chicken. You know, when people grab chickens up by their damn feet, you know, and they start flailing. That's gonna be me all day. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stop yapping. So today's topic, Super Sidewinder, since you are late to class, I just background noise there from family and friends. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, right. I know, right? Yeah. So it just kind of sucks when you know what the fuck you're talking about and somebody tells you what you're talking about. Kind of yeah. So many live shows can't catch them all right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Brian, I think I just I think today I just want to get it out of my system so I don't like hold it against, you know, people or really, really person, because there's only one person that every time I start to, give the juice out, like everybody starts, oohing and ahhing, like, like it's something totally foreign, you know what I mean? And it's not. It's just most people don't, have that, maybe just don't have the right algorithms to feed them this stuff, you know. But I did it for us, right? Like I've spent the last couple of years actually learning from three main people that I've came to know and feel as if they're being honest, right? They're not bullshitting us, and it's a good way to a good source to go to, and then study on top of that, right? And filter out what I feel on my end shouldn't be given as much time, and then really build a case out of a lot of the information that then in turn can help others. And I do feel like now's the time to start helping each other instead of worrying about this war so much. You know what I mean? And worrying about uh, um, the newest, fucking joke that, subtly rinses out all the hatred that's going on, right? Like ha ha ha, and then move on to a new, uh, you know, uh, death topic. Like it isn't working for me, right? And the kind of person who points it out like that and say you're wrong for just that's all you do on, and that's all you're giving people. That's all the the new technology and stuff that people need to know about and learn to utilize to their benefit, right, and to others' benefit in their community. I think that it's only fair that if you have a very small following, that you should never be um, um, untruthful with those people because they need the truth, and I'm sure you guys are um, curious about a lot of the stuff what I'm talking about. And if you guys have, I'm gonna sort through some of this, and if you guys have anything specific you would like me to open up and expand on as far as taking these files and expanding on them, basically, not just my words, but what these files really say and where the information is coming from. So let me open this back up right here and let me know if you can't see it, if you can see it. And if you can see it right here, I made it big, okay? But I'm gonna go back one, gonna go back up to my library here, and I can expand on my sidebar as well. There we go. Now let me go to my library, go to research reports. If you see everything over here on the left, you'd like me to expound on, I can do that as well. All right, so I'm just going to kind of go through it kind of quick. So these are about the convergence topics, which is convergence of 6G, biosurveillance. My LMAB, this is my docu-series that I've been working on for a long time that I think I mentioned to a lot of y'all that I was going to do, but I still haven't, I'm not happy with everything yet. But so this is Converging Frontiers, Cognitive Warfare. Let me just click on this. And these are the basic, what you're going to read in here, right? Converging Frontiers, Advanced Military and Biomedical Sensing, Distributed Simulations, which are simulations that you are tied to through your molecular focal molography. Um, Cognitive warfare, which is your brain on a chip, your brain to computer interfaces, or computer to brain interfacing, however you want to say it. Biobehavioral sensing. Okay, I'm going to, like SimNet, DIS, TENA. I spoke about TENA a lot, which is your military middleware or middleman between the live your live real time sensing. Okay, there's nothing about this new age simulation that is non-real time. Okay, they've got it down to your molecular structure is locked in to the instrument you're using halfway around the world, and there's no lag. There can't be. They can't afford lag in simulation, military simulating. Okay? Just suck it up, Buttercup. I mean, it is what it is. There's no lag time. Now let's go back over here. 2030 AI biodigital convergence loop. Okay. If you're looking forward to what 2030 has in store, don't look forward. It's already here. All of the infrastructure is in place as far as architecture and technology. And if you have been outside in the last 20 years breathing in chemtrails, you too are a part of these, you know, bio cities, man. They're bio prisons. Okay. And when they have you locked in as far as your contractual agreement digitally, then yeah, dude, you're I, yeah, I don't want to use that language. You're pretty much screwed. I call it smart cities. I call it cities that are there for a reason. Okay, and it's not to for your pleasure, unless you just are going to enjoy being locked in. Let's say, let's put it that way. Um, I'm gonna just show a couple more, and then I'll jump back over to the comments. So if y'all do see something in here you expound on, please say something. Toroidal vortex dynamics and organic biodigital convergence. Yeah. So here, I talk about merging the live virtual constructive tennis simulations, but I talk about implosion technology where it keeps the body cold while your simulation technology, you know, while you're in these things, you know, if you choose to be, that you're not going to overheat, that there is a brand new cooling system that I've came up with that is fractal. Okay. Yes, this is all me with, of course, the help that I asked from AI. This goes very deep. This is going to be futuristic right here. Nobody's seen this yet. Hyperdimensional computing, yeah. I mean, guys, when you're tied into the neural networks with your brain to computer interface, you're going to be able to do a lot more in the next 5 years that you have no clue about. But yeah, the applications are already there. And yeah, I'm nobody special, but I'm looking to start to try to get some patents going. I'm working on a clothing line as well that will change your biomarker out to where you won't be able to be tracked. And a lot of people think that that's not possible, but I am working on it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm nobody special though, so I'm looking to talk to a lot more people about this stuff. I'm learning to be a little more open about it, but I hate to be profiled and told that I'm an idiot by people that literally can't get, you know, a sentence out before he's dogging other people's uh, demeanor. Anyway, all right. Yeah, let me come back over here, bounce back right quick. If y'all see anything you want me to expound on, just drop the words. Jay, totally understandable. Same here. With so many live stream or live shows, can't catch them all. Right? Yes, I got you. There are so many I would love to just be a part of, man, on a regular basis. I would be I would be wanting to commute to some or commit to something I knew I wouldn't be able to do just because of pain issues. You know, a lot of people talk about targeted individuals. I have that uh, pain right in my groin, from my groin to my abdomen, and it's very, very prominent on the right side. So I don't know if y'all know much on that targeted individuals and the pain that comes with that. Smart cities for dumb people. That's don't mind me asking. What are the live streams do you watch? Whether watch Vika, Vlad, and Saab. Yeah, I watch. I don't watch as much Vika as I used to, just because I lost it. It once it starts getting out of my algorithm, and I don't see it for a week or two. Like it just slips my mind until I either see the thumbnail or I just go looking in my spare time. But I don't have a lot of spare time. I look at math solutions. There's a guy called Math Solutions. He's got a lot of great ideas. He does a lot of reading, kind of like white paper readings. I like that, but he's really quick, so you have to either slow him down when he speaks or just fly through it with him. Or Math Easy Solutions. There we go. That's um. Then I don't. I'm not going to be at Sobs as much anymore. Unless the topic kind of morphs and changes into something a little more positive, I'll be down for that. You know. Uh, and what I'm going to do is just leave the floor open for a lot of people that come here because I want to see what they want out of what I've done with my work and what they would like to hear about. Because I think it motivates me more when I see people interested in my work, or interested in the topic base that I get. And yeah. So I was on to like, it's been pretty quiet lately. Yeah, I haven't heard much. I seen him the other night, and I noticed too. He doesn't. I don't think he lets a lot of people on in groups anymore, or I haven't noticed that he has. Um, and damn, I just think that a lot of things that I like to talk about or that I do mention, um, they exceed above some people's interest level or even just comprehension level. And not saying that in any way that I'm better. I think that once people really get interested in what my topics at hand are, I think they'll really really get into it more because um it's a lot of back um research and a lot of back things that I've just held back on telling people about because it does get pretty sketchy where people just want your work at a certain point. And I don't care if people want my work. I just want people to want my work, not to make money off of. You know. So, like, is this Jay? You mentioned uh, the main shows. I try to catch live. Yeah. Plus, I like to follow old world stuff. Me too. Me too. Shawnee B. There we go. Yeah, I see a lot of people's work that I've met through Sav or not Sav, but through Vlad, and I have like probably 300 people I'm subscribed to, so there's no way to make all those rounds. But I do show a lot of stuff on here that I'm really interested in of other people's work that I'm subscribed to. You know what I mean? So I get around to showing all of a bunch of other people's work, and I rarely show my research. So I think that's what I'm gonna do in the next um in the next coming live streams. I'm only gonna show my stuff and read through my stuff that because it's time that people see this, and it's only originated from people that are on my level or even smarter, right? So it's well deserved from that perspective that uh you know it shows, for one, it shows AI's capability that is mixed and merged with my desires, right? So I make AI into the tool that I want it to be, so it benefits only everyone that ever sees the work. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So Brian, hey man, y'all. Like I say, no one's really said anything yet. I'm just gonna keep skimming through some of my work, and if y'all want anything, just anytime, just drop it right here in the comments, and I'll be dropping back and forth in the comment section with y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna jump right back in, and yeah, man, thank y'all for being here. As always. Let's go right back here. Bam, back to the library. Okay, okay. I'm gonna show you some of just my personal like things some work I'm about to come out with. All right. So this is merging, phi ratio works with toroidal vortex and sacred geometry. These are my favorite three, basically. But the way that this docuseries works is through these three main ways. The layout, the unfolding of it, everything is going to be built in to the structure. The actual architecture of the docuseries is going to be surrounded by these three: vortex, sacred geometry, and phi ratio. So a unified assistive technology platform integrating sacred geometry, toroidal vortex motion, and flat earth cosmology, of course, has to be. So this is my introduction, as I was just saying. So this is the living, sacred, empowering architecture. So I'm just going to read this first part. This is the introduction. So this LMAB 0.5.0 system, as described by Russell, represents a bold synthesis of ancient wisdom and cutting edge technology. It is a unified assistive technology platform designed to empower disabled individuals through biodigital convergence, integrating sacred geometry, especially the phi ratio 1.618 toroidal vortex motion, and a flat Earth cosmology with a crystalline firmament. So I just call it LAM. LAM point 5 is what I call it, just for short. So is not merely a collection of devices. It is conceived as a living architecture, mirroring the creator's intentional design found in nature's phi-based growth patterns. The system's components, a smart intentional design found in nature's phi-based growth patterns. The system's components, a smart fabric garment with phi curved conductor paths, which just means the pathways of the electricity and how it works its way through the garment. So it's a smart lens for gaze control, which is like like a smart lens, like a contact lens. So that's going to be part of it for gaze control. So this is going to be, being able to any part of the garment or the disabled components is going to be worked into the smart lens, and you can like blink twice, you can look left, right, you can kind of look far away or close in, like it's going to be something like that where you don't have to use your hands if you're disabled, like severely disabled. And vortex motor based on LaPointe bowl geometry, which is the magnetic bowl arrays, which has an open patent, to work off of, and a metasurface tiling, and an adaptive wheelchair with battery-free propulsion are harmonized to harvest natural energy from solar wind, cosmic fields, wind, and geomagnetism. The project is deeply rooted in principles of accessibility, reproducibility, and emotional resonance, aiming to foster independence, dignity, and spiritual connection for its users. Now, that's just the opening, guys. Um, um, yeah. It's just opening. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Let me see. Where am I? I went a little bit too far. I always do that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this report provides a comprehensive source-supported synthesis of LAM.5, structured for an audience unfamiliar with its philosophical and technical background. It explores the system's philosophical foundations, component breakdowns, scientific and symbolic basis, cosmological integration, therapeutic goals, ethical considerations, standards, prototyping, resources, and related system using visual and evocative language to convey its purpose. Oh, whoops. I think I skipped one. Prototyping. Related case studies throughout. The narrative emphasizes the emotional and spiritual resonance of the system using visual and evocative language to convey its purpose. So the first part of this philosophical foundations is sacred geometry and pi ratio. All right, I'm going to read just a bit more for y'all. Ooh, if I quit doing that, then I will be able to get back on track. Okay, right there. Okay, so the essence of sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is the study of the mathematical principles and geometric forms that underlie the structure of the universe, nature, and spiritual beliefs. Right there, there's like a little feedback or whatever, little thing I won't go into. Okay, it posits that certain shapes, circles, squares, triangles, spirals, and polygons are imbued with deep symbolic and metaphysical significance. These forms are found in the branching of trees, the spiral of the nautilus shell, the pattern of snowflakes, and the architecture of ancient temples, which our man Lev Kung Fu knows much, much more than I do about. So I would refer to him on some of this sacred geometry. He has a lot of great work on his channel. Sacred geometry provides the blueprint for understanding the interconnectedness of all things, bridging the tangible world of shapes with the intangible realm of spiritual truths. Okay, I'm gonna finish right here, and I'll let y'all. If you want, I can give you guys this. This is my bread and butter. As far as how everything's connected with my goals with what I'm trying to do. Okay. The origins of sacred geometry are multifaceted, intertwined with the development of mathematics, art, and spirituality across cultures. Also, I would say metaphysical access can be had through the mushroom experience. Okay. Ancient Egyptians used geometric forms in pyramids and temples to represent divine order, while Greek philosophers like Plato associated regular solids with the classical elements, viewing them as the building blocks of the cosmos. I don't think there's anything solid in this realm, but sure does seem like it. All right, building blocks of the cosmos. There's a link there. And like I say, all through my research, you're going to find a lot of links. In Hinduism, the Sri Yantra and the Vastu Shastra principles project cosmic models onto temple architecture using fractal patterns and self similarity to symbolize the natural phenomena of creation. That's where I will end it, and it only gets much better from there. Trust you me, I do not lie, so I do deliver. All right, I'm gonna come back over here. It says Jay, you mentioned the main shows. Okay, I'm trying to catch. Yes. Other than that, I circle around. Yes, sir. Brian, Roy, Jay, Hartley. He says he appreciates that. Brian, anytime, Jay. Plus Roger. And the last comment says Roger 10-4. Roger that. I'm joking. Roger is on at 7 a.m. for me. LOL. Pity because his streams are always worth a watch. Plus, he's a decent guy. All right. I was saying, I haven't found much wrong with Roger. Roger does, kind of give that. Sometimes he goes a little far with the, I ain't gonna complain, but a little bit of the pedophile jokes, like, this and that. Like, you can't go a little too far on that, but that's just me. It's my thing. With the jokes, the pornographic jokes and funny ha-has. I guess I'm a little more of a serious guy when it comes to being on here and getting to work and getting the message over to people. But anyway, if anyone would like, I'm going to drop that link. Just because no one knows about where my ideas come from when it comes to um, my personal work and the clothing ideas and everything I'm working on to help with future technology. I am adding lots to that. You guys are going to start seeing from me, and I guess my ideas, you could say, will start popping up in other circles and other realms as far as like patented work or just open source. I want to give a lot of my stuff away open source because, you know, I'm not trying to make money off this shit, but I could, right? I would rather people take my work and add to it as well, just as I've done with other people's work and other people's ideas. I think that's only what we're supposed to be doing is bettering each other's realistic goals and where technology already is, we can't help. We can't back out of it now. Like we can't, you know, curse it to the point where we make everybody else fear it, right? And we can't make everyone else not want to, try to utilize this technology, like for people like me that are severely disabled. Like I would rather see this technology do something other than make people hate it because it's something new, right? It's something that's but anyway, I'll stop rambling because if you guys don't know, the next iteration of nanotechnology is already here. It's not coming. Like it's, I mean, I hate to put it so bluntly, but it's already within you and your children. I mean, yeah, you can't purge it out of you either. I mean, you can purge it in a way out of you using certain products, but you're never going to completely rid your body of nanobots because there's not one nanobot or one nanotech. It's hundreds of different types of metamaterials that are multi-use. They're multi-use. They're released at different altitudes in the atmosphere, and then there's certain chemical reactions that happen when they merge together at certain atmospheric pressures and stuff. There's a lot to this stuff. Um, but stratospheric aerosol injections, they call it now. Um, thermospheric aerosol injections, ionospheric injections, like it's real. It's a reality. Um, and yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I will probably be back tomorrow, but tomorrow night. Like I just jumped in at a random time today, and yeah, if y'all would like, I more than likely I'll plan it out for like, you know, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. Let's say between 7 and 8 p.m. Tomorrow, and I know other people, are on at later times, but you know, I can only do what I can do when I can do it, right? Um, yeah, JL Hartley, yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate your kindness, and everyone else. Thank you for being such great guests, and we will catch y'all soon. And hey, Jay, since you're still here with me, there's 4 people. Would y'all like me to drop a couple of um, things I want to get out there? Would y'all like to read these to get more familiar with it? Because I'm probably going to be speaking on a lot of these topics, you know, on my next, at least my next 5 or 10 lives. Like it's gonna, it's gonna get deep. So yeah, man. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's see. Let me go over here. I guess let me just copy and I'll paste it right here in the comments. How about that? Bam. This is one I'd like y'all to get into. This is about my personal work. It's not about just, files and research. This is something that you're gonna see a lot of stuff from me personally. Okay, so let me share. Bam, share and copy link. Okay, task shares. Yep. Okay. Come back over here. All right, about to drop it right in y'all's lap right here. Yeah, man. I'll catch you too, Brian. Here you go. Just for the road. This is this is my personal work. So yeah, man. All right. And I will catch all of y'all on the flip side and the cool side of the pillow, man. Much love. God bless. And let me say a short prayer, guys. Like I always do. Father, thank you for blessing us all today, for waking up and just being here together, man. Father, you never cease to amaze me. The power you give me, the reassured, you know, um, the reassurance, you know, just when I wake up that some days are super super bad, super painful, but you continue to push me through all that, and that reassures me that you're working through me, you're working in me, working all around me. Um, Father, and I am super grateful for that. I always will be. Father, I just ask that you bless those that show up here and get to hear these types of words and these these wishes that for them. I hope that you work in their life the same. And Father, thank you. Pray these things in your son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. See you guys.
Positive self-reconstruction. Are you ready?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
I said I would help you. Are you done with this? Not me.